Your Storm Team weather. Here is Chief Meteorologist Aaron Ayers, sponsored by Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
All right, we've got our eyes on the tropics tonight, and we've got some updates from the National Hurricane Center to let you know about from what's going on out there in the tropics. So we're going to be watching that, and we're going to have dry days ahead of us here in the Concho Valley, and then it's going to be back to the 100s. I know everybody's ready to get back to the 100s here in the Concho Valley with plenty of sunshine for us in the next 7 days here in the Concho Valley, so at least there's going to be some sunshine for us here. Temperatures right now at the airport sitting at 80 degrees at Mathis Field. Feels like 81 with humidity at 54%, and the winds are fairly calm right now. A few clouds still hanging around in the skies around the area. Temperatures across the Concho Valley, 82 in Sterling City, 82 also in Grape Creek, 76 in El Dorado, 77 in Sonora. So we're starting to see some of those locations cool off into the 70s and the 80s around the Concho Valley. Let's get to what we're going to talk about, and this is Tropical Depression Marco, and what you're seeing right now is what we call wind shear, and this is unfavorable wind shear for the storm, and that's why it's a tropical depression now. All the storm energy is well away from the center of the storm now, and it's thanks to all these strong winds blowing the storms away from the center of the actual low pressure here, and you can see that now. All the storms now over into Georgia, portions of South Carolina, and into portions of Florida. They're dealing with the wet side of this storm, the center of the storm, just south and east of New Orleans. And as we track this out over the next couple of days here, it's a very slow mover here off to the west at 9 miles per hour. Not expected to do much, just going to remain a low here in the Gulf of Mexico. The one that we do want to pay attention to, this is Tropical Storm Laura, and this is the one that's getting a lot of attention right now, just coming off of Havana, Cuba now, getting ready to move into the Gulf of Mexico. Winds right now at 65 miles per hour, pressure at 996 millibars, moving west-northwest at around 20 miles per hour right now. And as we track this out, expected to enter into the Gulf of Mexico as a Category 1 hurricane and then strengthen to a Category 2 hurricane before making landfall somewhere between the Texas state line, Texas-Louisiana state line, or Louisiana. So there's some uncertainty here about where exactly it's going to make landfall, but likely making landfall close to Category 2 strength here in somewhere between Texas and Louisiana. Here's what we can expect here in the Concho Valley. Things are quiet on the radar. We're not seeing any type of showers or thunderstorms like we were earlier this afternoon in our southern counties. Those have since faded away for us here across the Lone Star State. As we go into our high-risk futurecast into tomorrow morning, check this out. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s by 7 a.m. So if you're taking the dog out for a walk, or maybe you're wanting to get some exercise or some gardening done, if you're spending time outside, good time to do it is early in the morning. And as we go through the lunch hour into the afternoon, getting into the upper 80s, low 90s for many of our locations. Some cloud cover could be possible to the east. And as we go through the next 7 days, the heat is going to be on for us and dry weather. Here comes Laura here into the Gulf of Mexico, likely making landfall sometime Wednesday into Thursday, close to Houston, in between Houston and New Orleans. So stormy weather over there for us. Really dry, really hot weather for us all the way into next weekend and all the way into next week. We're dealing with temperatures in the 100s, plenty of sunshine for us all the way into next Monday. So definitely some hot days ahead of us here in the Concho Valley. And as you plan out your Tuesday, sunny across the board, temperatures getting up into the upper 90s by the afternoon and evening hours. And as we go into tonight, 67 degrees, mostly clear conditions, winds out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. And for our Tuesday, getting up to 98, sunny and warm conditions for us here in the Concho Valley the next 5 days across the area. Here's what we can expect. Mostly sunny to sunny conditions for us. A really hot day on Football Friday here in the Concho Valley, topping out near 104, and then just staying in the hundreds for us as we go into next week. We'll be back on KSAN News.